Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. To my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I'm hoping to tease you into pushing that button. This past fall, I completed my 38th year coaching football and as a defensive coordinator, but over that time, I've also been an offensive coordinator, special teams coordinator, longtime head coach, and all of this at both the collegiate and high school levels. In this presentation, I'm going to talk to you about one of our plug blitzes that we call Tess and Sally. It's the same blitz, but to different sides, so that'll be part of the presentation, okay? It's an A and B gap, same side plug, and there's a read involved, okay? So this, as it says here, this is a pass situation blitz. So I'll tell you what happens if it's a run. It's not hard, okay? From the standpoint of what's meant by readout, the same guard that's being read by the read plugger is being read by both to determine whether or not they read out. Okay, so it's pretty simple once you learn the different techniques that are involved in executing this blitz. Okay, so over here are the key terms that'll help you better understand the assignments and how we teach and execute the blitz. And then over here, I'm going to diagram it for you. Only going to show one aspect of a blocking scheme. That would be the guard that's being read. I'm not going to do anything else, okay, from the standpoint of protection, run, pet, nothing, okay? So the first key term here is it's A and B gap, same side, okay? And so what that means is the B gap blitzer is the read blitzer, okay? And he's going to read the guard and go butt side. So I'll elaborate that for sure during this presentation, okay? Sorry, the numbering's off here. My bad. The second term is far edge read, and that is for the A gap blitzer. Okay, so the B gap blitzer is going to be reading the guard. The A gap blitzer is reading the far edge, which is the center. And as you've learned in other presentations, non-subscribers push the button. He's also seeing the opposite guard, and if it's pulling to him, you'll see what that means. Okay? So the third key term here is the butt side rule. Okay? The butt side rule. And so that is for the offensive guard on the side of the call, the lucky Ringo. Okay? And that will be the B gap blitzer who goes second. Notice you have first and second, first and second. Okay? And so what's meant by butt side of the guard, remember, this is a pass situation blitz, okay? So if the guard is turned this way, we want that read blitzer to go butt side, right? If you're this way, he's going to block you. If the guard's facing the other way, we want that B gap blitzer to go butt side. That's what's meant by butt side rule. If the guard is square, then stay in the B gap. Right, hence AB. So you go B gap on less. He turns towards you, and then butt side takes you up into the A gap. Okay? And then the other term here, what's meant by auto readout, is if that call side offensive guard pulls opposite. So that I will show you. Okay? And so in the case of in this case, it's Ringo. So this guard, if he pulls to our left, then both of these inside linebackers are going to read out. So how that plays out, I'll show you when we get to the diagram. Okay? Because just because it's a pass situation, they could run a quick trap, punt the football, right? So you never know. You got to be prepared. So then number 4, the last key term here, the lucky Ringo, determining what side the blitz is going to be on. Tess, it's the mic. Okay, so here's 50 Tess medium. The mic's making a Ringo call. Sally, it's the backer. So I have the same offensive look. Okay, so the defense is the same. Now it's lucky because it's the backer, Sally. Okay. So now let's get into Tess and Sally. We're going to go Tess first, left, then right, we're going to take care of Sally. Okay? So notice here underneath the rover and then over here underneath the dime, first of all. Okay? The outside linebacker on the side of the call, so in this case it's the rover, he's going to fake the blitz, try and get the tackle, at least take a look. At the back, maybe take a look. And then he's in coverage. Same thing here. The outside linebacker happens to be the dime, so he fakes the blitz, and then he's in coverage. Okay? So up front, let's take care of the defensive line first like we always do. Okay? Both defensive ends on the snap of the ball, slanting up into C gap. Okay? So they got outside cage automatically, and if it's run, they just react to the run. But they're slanting C gap regardless. It's a Ringo call, so on the snap of the ball, nose slants, A gap opposite. Okay? A gap opposite. So it's the same over here. Defensive ends, C gap. It's lucky, so nose slanting, A gap to the right, right? Correct? So when we do our install, we install Tess and Sally in the same day. It's the same blitz, right? So now we'll go back to Tess here, okay? So on the snap of the ball, again, the rover is going to fake, and then he's in coverage. Okay, so since it's medium, that means he's hot on the tight end. What the backer does, since the call is made to the mic, the backer is executing a cross blitz into the A gap, reading far edge of the center, seeing this guard. Okay, that's a Baxter stunt. Pretty simple. Here's the one, okay? The Mike linebacker. On the snap of the ball, he's going to shuffle a little bit as if he's faking the blitz, then he's faking as if he's covering the tight end. But meanwhile, he's reading the guard. Okay? So, if the guard is in pass protection and he turns away, butt side takes him into the B gap. But if the guard has turned and his butt's in the A gap, then the read linebacker, the Mike in this case, is in the A gap. Right? Remember what I said? Butt side. So it's B gap unless, and there's the one unless. He turns, so his butt's in the A gap, so that's where the Mike is. Boom. Done. And again, any type of run scheme, they just react to the run. Okay, so the last thing here I'll show you is if it's a run and this read guard, he's the guard on the call side, is pulling away opposite to our left, backer's going to read out, Mike's going to read out. That's why they're both in green, because the guard pulling's in green. Okay, that's how we do it. That's what's meant by read out. I don't want to blitz our two inside linebackers here when the guard's telling us the play's coming over here. And we have no help. That's why we teach them how to read out. Okay, so I'm not going to do the readout again over here for Sally, but I'll go through it. So now on the snap, he fakes the blitz, and then he's in coverage. Now he's executing the cross or the X plug A gap opposite. For him, that's the max, right? He's shuffling here. And it's B gap unless plug. So now if he gets that, then that's the one time when the guard's butt's in the A gap, backer's in the A gap in this case. Hence the lucky. Okay? So that is one of our pass situation plug blitzes that we call Tess and Sally. Tess when the Mike is going to be the read blitzer, Sally when the backers are going to be the read blitzer. So as I said at the beginning, my subscribers, I thank you. Non-subscribers, I really hope I teach you into pushing that button. But to everybody, please reach out to me at CoachMJSullivan@gmail.com. Love to talk football with you. Want to thank you for watching MJS Coaching Football, and I want to thank YouTube for providing this platform.